All right, this video clip is going to be just random thoughts and some information that you need to know. First of all, on the protocol, when you get started on this diet, some of you have read this, maybe some of you haven't, but the first 2 days are very important. The day you start taking your HCG or start taking your homeopathic drops, I want you to eat like a pig. When I say eat like a pig, I mean eat like a pig. These are guilt-free days. 2 days of nothing but indulging yourself. Typically, my day starts off with 2 large pizzas with extra sauce, extra cheese, an Italian hoagie, 2 half-gallons of ice cream, a rice cooker full of rice with butter, Krispy Kreme chocolate-covered glazed donuts, and a cheesecake. Of course, now, I do eat breakfast, and I eat this throughout the day. I don't sit down and just eat it all at once. But whatever's left over is what I start with the next day and just continue to build. I've been successful to the point of adding at least 8 pounds on the pig out days. So gaining weight is not a concern. Do not worry about it. The only thing I would caution is if you're diabetic, if there's certain foods that cause you to get sick, I'd stay away from those. We just want to gain some weight. You have to look at yourself as a bear preparing himself for hibernation. Understand this. New fat is fast fat. It's easy fat. It comes off quickly. When you start the 500 calorie days, it takes probably a day and a half to 2 days for your energy levels to come up to a place where your body's satisfied with the food levels or energy levels in your blood. So the fat that you put on those 2 days, you're going to be using. Trust me when I say this. Once you get into the 500 calorie days, it takes no more than 2 or 3 days, and whatever you gained, it's gone. For most people, the first day, it's gone. Now, saying that to say this, if you do not overeat those first 2 days, you will starve to death. It will take 4 days of hard hunger pains the first week. So please, please, eat, and eat some more those first 2 days. It's very important. Now, I also want to caution you not to neglect your vitamins. I want you to get a good multivitamin, multi-mineral supplement. I want you to take that every day while you're on this diet. You're only taking in 500 calories, so there's no sense in pushing the envelope. Make sure you take your multivitamins, multi-mineral supplements. Make sure it's a strong B complex involved in those vitamins. One other thing that I might add here is this. Because of the water loss that you're going to experience, because there's going to be some water loss, I want you to use a salt substitute, potassium chloride. You need to increase the amount of potassium in your system. You lose potassium as you urinate or sweat or spit. Anytime you lose water, you lose potassium. Some people experience cramps in their legs, cramping, and that's because their potassium levels drop too low. So make sure you adequately supply or supplement potassium. 2 other things, for those of you who have high blood pressure or are taking diabetic medications, metformin or even insulin shots. 3 days into this diet, I want you to take notice and keep track of your blood pressure and your blood sugar levels. With the hypothalamus getting back in gear, these conditions usually straighten out. In a lot of cases, my people are completely off their insulin, completely off their metformin, they're completely off their blood pressure medicines. I want you to keep track of it. As you see those numbers drop, I want you to start backing off of those medications. Now, it's a good idea to discuss this with your doctor to see how he would like for you to back these off. But I'm telling you, if you don't keep track of your numbers, if you don't start backing off your medications, you're going to get in that very lethargic, very energy wasted state. You're not going to feel very good. And it's going to continue to get worse as you go along into this, in this protocol. So please, For those of you on blood pressure medication, for those of you on diabetic medications, keep track of your numbers, back off those medications. Now what we found is, generally speaking, wherever you end up at the end of the diet with your medications is a permanent change. So if you don't get off completely, what you've cut back to, that's generally going to be a permanent change as far as your diabetic or your blood pressure medications. For those of you who have to take diuretics, I want you to be very careful with those. You're going to be balancing out, your water's going to balance out because of the hypothalamus. So if you don't need to take them, please don't take them. If you get off of your diuretics and you find in a couple of days you start puffing, getting puffy, or gaining fluid, then fine, take your diuretic, but take it sporadically, just as needed. You'll find a question and answer sheet in my information. Please avail yourself to that. If you find any of these conditions, come back, look at the video again. But it's very important. Pig out day, very important. Vitamins, very important. Potassium supplementation, very important. Keeping track or tabs of your blood pressure and your blood sugar levels, very important.